It doesn't matter who you are. At some point throughout the day, you're gonna be on the internet. Whether you're a guy, you're a girl, doesn't matter your job, your gender, whatever you are, you're gonna be on the internet throughout the course of your day. And 9 times out of 10, you probably encountered people that are just annoying, and we can all relate to it. You could just be minding your business, just scrolling on social media, trying to get that rush of dopamine through your brain, and then you see these types of people, and they probably get on your nerves just as much as they get on mine. And that's the whole point of this video. We're gonna be talking about the worst types of people on the internet. The first person on my list who's just the worst type of people to deal with online are Sigma males. If you don't know what a Sigma male is, it's basically just an alpha male. These guys, they got really popular a couple years ago.
So, what would you do if I was going on holiday every other month?
You'd be single.
Really?
Are we going together? You're going by
Sometimes.
yourself. Sometimes. Oh no, you'd be single.
What would you do if I couldn't cook?
You'd be single.
Can you cook?
That's irrelevant.
No. Can you cook though?
I mean, can you fight? Let's ask pointless questions.
How is it a pointless question? I'm trying to get to know you.
Because that's your job,
What's my job?
to make sandwiches.
Did he actually just say, my job is to make sandwiches?
How am I gonna fight off the intruders if you don't make sandwiches? I need sustenance.
You're a dick.
The forefront for these types of people are guys like Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate's rise to fame needs to be studied. It really doesn't make sense. Like 2 years ago, you cannot go anywhere online without seeing this man. These types of people prey on other men's insecurity. They go online and they say that if you're a guy and you're making less than $1 million every week, then you're just a failure to society. When in reality, making $1 million a week is really freaking good. The worst thing about these people is that they're trying to sell a course. And honestly, the course is probably a scam, but you can't even call it that because people are willingly paying money to get basic information. And the thing about it is that these guys actually give good advice. I actually think that these guys can give good advice, but the problem is that they say some crazy things, especially about women. The worst types of Sigma males are the ones that have a podcast. Guys like Fresh and Fit and the Whatever Podcast. If you don't know who Fresh and Fit and the Whatever Podcast are, you've probably seen their clips online. The thing about these guys is this is what they do. They get a bunch of women, 9 times out of 10 they're adult film stars. They invite them on their show, and then they proceed to make fun of them for 2 hours straight. I don't understand why women agree to be on those shows. Well, actually, I do understand. The reason why anybody shows up on these podcasts is for clout. They get on there so they can get more followers, and then the guys, they get more attention because they say crazy things to these types of women. It's honestly just sad because I can imagine any type of guy, they can actually be inspired by what they say, but then they're gonna get the wrong idea whenever they see the way they treat girls. And like I said before, Sigma males, all they do is try to promote their course so they can make more money. They literally make money off of other people's insecurity, which is just sad. If you're a guy and you're willingly paying money for any of these courses, you're paying money to get information that you can find online for free, then you need to look in the mirror and reevaluate yourself. These types of people are the worst. You can't go 1 minute without seeing them online. They'll be flexing their cars, they'll be flexing their penthouses, they'll be flexing their jewelry, and I promise you that shit is rented. Like, you know, as soon as the camera is done recording, they're gonna go back to the dealership and give that car back, or they're gonna go back to the jewelry store and give the jewelry back, because they're making money off of people's insecurity, and that's why I don't like them. Like I said, they give good advice sometimes, but then they say some crazy ass shit that just make you say, okay bro, what is this guy talking about? And the problem is that a lot of little kids, they'll watch them and they'll think that it's cool. They'll think that it's cool to tell a woman that she's a slut or that she's a whore, or call women all these pathetic names just because they see their favorite influencer do it. Yeah, but Sigma males, they should be abolished. I don't understand how they got so popular, and I don't understand why people don't just like find this information online. The next person on my list who's the worst type of people on the internet are OnlyFans models. If you don't know what OnlyFans is, it's basically a website which lets you make explicit content. Usually you have to pay a monthly subscription in order to view the type of content that you want to see. The reason why I say these people are annoying is because the way they promote it. See, you could just be scrolling online, you could be on an innocent social media page, and then whenever you're scrolling, you'll see like this girl promoting her stuff. and 9 times out of 10 they'll be butt ass naked. Like seriously, like I was just scrolling on Twitter, like just minding my business, and then in one of the comments I see this girl, like literally her whole body is showing, like literally there's like literally everything is showing, no censorship, no nothing. And it's honestly kind of sad because a lot of the times these girls promote their content to kids. I don't agree with OF, I don't agree with adult work. I think that there's better options for you, but if that's what you want to do, fine, but don't get kids involved. Like nobody knew how much money OF models were making before Bad Baby. So a couple years ago there was this influencer, her name is Bad Baby, and she basically got famous off the Dr. Phil show. She got famous for acting like a spoiled brat. So when she turned 18, she made a OF. As soon as she turned 18, she made an OnlyFans account, and she made $1 million in less than 6 hours. $1 million in less than 6 hours. That means that there were grown men that found her attractive as an underage girl. They never said that publicly because they knew it was weird, so they waited till she turned 18 before they could actually support her endeavors. If that's not weird to you, I really don't know what is. You got grown men, like literally, if there's an attractive girl and she's underage, you got grown men on her page asking her when she turns 18 and asking her to start an OF. And this has happened multiple times. I mean, that's not even funny, that's just creepy. Like you're forcing an underage girl, a child, you're forcing a child to do pornography whenever they become a legal age. That's literally grooming. Is that not grooming? I don't know the definition of grooming, but that sounds like it. And there's this other girl, her name was Camilla. So she got famous off of being in a Mr. Beast video, but then after that she's decided to make a OF. The problem with her OF is the way she promotes it. She has her little brother who's like 14 or 15. Her little brother is super young and she makes him promote her OF account.
How does it feel to have a sister that has an OF?
My friends always ask me if it's pink, but I don't really know what they mean by that.
Nani?
Do you know?
Jesus Christ. Click the link in my bio. I can't.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong if that's what you want to do. If you want to do OF, that's fine. But when you have an underage kid promoting your account, whenever you're promoting that type of lifestyles to underage kids, that's when a problem rises. It's not normal to start doing that at a young age. It's not normal to promote pornography to children. That's actually illegal, but for some reason these people never get called out on it. Okay, the next type of people that are just the worst to deal with on the internet are simps. Simps? A simp is somebody who goes over the top to get a girl's attention. Like what I said earlier with OnlyFans, these OnlyFans girls would not have a platform if it wasn't for men donating. Because the problem isn't the girls, they can do whatever they want. The problem is people actually supporting that lifestyle. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like literally, you'll have men that will donate their whole salary to a woman just so they can get their attention. There was this girl, her name is Ruby Rose, and she's like a social media influencer. She's also a rapper. But the thing is that she has an OF. And she was like in the store one day minding her business when she ran into somebody. It turns out that the person she ran into was not just a fan. It was her biggest OF supporter. This man spent $60,000 in 1 month on her. And that wasn't even the most he spent on her one time. That's the craziest thing that I ever heard. I mean, some people said that it was fake and it was actually planned, but there are literal people that do that. And the thing about it is that these girls, they probably don't know. Actually, they definitely know that the people that are buying your OnlyFans are not like young kids. They're not like young adults. It's grown men. It's like 50, 60-year-old men. Like these guys are retired. They already had a wife and kids and they're out here supporting your OF. And I don't know why, but that just sounds weird to me. Like a grown man supporting a girl that's like 18, 19 years old. Like this girl is fresh out of high school and you're like 50 years old and you're buying her OF, buying all her stuff. That's actually kind of sad. Simps ruin everything for everybody. They donate their last to girls that don't even know they exist. And the thing about it is that they actually expect something. Simps make everything in the world go wrong. I hate simps. I don't really understand it. Like you could use that money to better yourself, but instead you want to use that money on somebody that doesn't know you exist. Yeah, simps are just the worst types of people on the internet. They need to put their mindset into something that actually matters. The last person on this list, or just the worst types of people to deal with, are gym influencers. I don't know where it started. It probably started like a year ago. But basically, these girls would be working out, right? And then they would call out anybody that stared at them. Like literally, you could be in the gym minding your business and you see a bunch of people with tripods. And if you walk past it, if you look at any of these girls, like if you just glance at them, then they're gonna get pissed at you. Now, don't get me wrong, like there are creeps in the gym. There's creeps everywhere. But if you see a lot of these videos, like these people are not even being creeps. They're literally just minding their business. Like seriously, like these girls get mad anytime somebody even stares at their direction. Like you could literally just be working out. Cause like I go to the gym too. I go to the gym like a lot. And at the gym, you know, like after you're done with a set, you know, you kind of like walk around, try to get your muscles loose. Like, and you don't really pay attention to what you're staring at. And the thing about it is that these girls, if somebody looks at them for like half a second, they're gonna accuse them of being a weirdo, or being a groomer, or being everything under the sun. And then you're gonna get posted online, and everyone's gonna think that you're that. The crazy thing about it is that there's this guy. His name is Joy Swole, and his whole account is calling out shitty behavior at their gym, which I think is really good. Because a lot of people nowadays, they're so judgmental, and everybody is kind of like self-conscious at some point. They kind of have a little bit of anxiety, and you know, going to the gym is very important. I feel like going to the gym and having a healthy lifestyle, more people need that. It's a good thing to do. But whenever you see videos like this, whenever you see girls falsely accusing guys of being creeps when they're literally just minding their business, that's not really that. Like a normal person, they'll see that and they'll be like, what's the point of me going to the gym? People are gonna think that I'm a creep. And that's not even the only thing. Is that in gyms, you're not supposed to record in a locker room because, like I said, like it's a locker room. There's naked people in there. But you got all these influencers like literally like posting pictures of themselves, and like literally there are people behind them that are changing. And if you try to say something, these guys get mad.
You recording right now?
Yes.
I don't want to be in your recording.
I don't care. You touch me, watch what happens.
Yeah, but that's just cringy to me. Like you could have just turned the camera off. And literally, I'm not trying to sound like a nerd, like, oh actually, but like that's actually illegal. Like if those people really wanted to, like if you're online and they see themselves naked, they can actually press charges against the individual. Like it's just a respect thing. Like nowadays, common courtesy is just thrown out the window. People are just so fucking disrespectful for no reason. You could literally just be minding your business and people will just act like a bunch of assholes. Everybody has this me attitude, and it just sucks. Because a place like the gym, that type of attitude should not be there. I really don't understand when this started. I think it started like right after COVID. Everybody was like at home. They were all online. They saw all this degenerate stuff, and then they realized they could get away with it. But yeah, bro, the gym is a safe place. It should not be a place where you call people out just for minding their business. And that's not even the worst things. Like when you're at the gym, some people, they're new to the gym. They don't really know how to work out. So instead of being polite and like, you know, telling the guy, hey, instead of doing this, you might want to do this, they stand back and they record the individual, and then they make fun of them, and then they post it online. Like that's just so scummy. Like why do you have to put somebody's business out like that? Like this is why people are scared to go work out. This is why people are scared to go better themselves. But gym influencers are just the fucking worst. And don't get me wrong, there are some good influencers like Joy Swole. Like I said earlier, Joy Swole and Sam Sulek, they're so mindful and they're so relaxed. But then there's people that are just so self-entitled. Like literally, they have like, I mean, think about it like this. You have a $5,000 camera, a ring light, you have a wireless microphone, you're talking to yourself, and then you're like in a station all by yourself for like 30 minutes, not even doing anything. You think that people are not gonna stare at you? You think that people are not gonna look at you and, you know, think, oh, what is she doing? Like, no. And it's mostly girls that do this, but there's actually guys in the gym that act like complete assholes too. Like the locker room thing I said. And 9 times out of 10, whenever there's a person working out and they don't know what they're doing, it's usually a guy that's like making fun of them. It's honestly kind of sad. Like our society is getting worse and worse. Like nobody cares about anybody no more. What's it called? Everybody has a lack of empathy. Like more people need empathy in their lives. But yeah, that was my list. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Making these videos is literally the highlight of my day. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like and turn on the bell. Also, follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on all my other socials. I'm gonna link him in the description, and I'm gonna put him in the next scene. But yeah, bro, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Nice and silky smooth.